Welcome to English Practice Every Day. Today we will read a short story about learning English. This story is written for upper intermediate learners around the B1 B2 level. I will highlight useful words, idioms, and phrasal verbs as we go along. If you like this reading session and want more such videos on reading stories, please let me know in the comments. Let's start. Try reading aloud with me. It will help improve your pronunciation. Title of the story: The Melting Pot of Words. In a bustling city where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and streets hummed with life, there was a small community center tucked away on a quiet corner. Inside its faded brick walls, room 12 buzzed with the sound of voices, some hesitant, some bold, all weaving together like threads in a colorful tapestry, meaning a rich mixture. This was the multi-ethnic English classroom, a place where people from every corner of the globe gathered to wrestle with, meaning struggle with, the quirks and wonders of the English language. The teacher, Miss Harper, stood at the front, her graying hair pulled into a neat bun. She was a patient soul, with a knack for, meaning talent for, turning chaos into learning. Around her sat a dozen students, each as different as night and day, meaning completely different. There was Ahmed, a 45-year-old taxi driver from Egypt, whose thick accent wrapped around every word like a warm hug. Next to him was Maria, a 19-year-old exchange student from Brazil, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Then there was Mrs. Kim, a 62-year-old grandmother from South Korea, who carried a notebook filled with meticulous handwriting. And at the back seat, Jacob, a lanky 28-year-old from Germany, who muttered under his breath, meaning quietly to himself, whenever he got a grammar rule wrong. Miss Harper clapped her hands. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about why you are learning English. Let's go around the room. Ahmed, why don't you start? Ahmed leaned forward, his hands clasped on the desk. For me, English is a golden ticket, meaning a great opportunity. I drive taxi all day, and passengers, they speak English. If I learn, I talk better. I get better tips. But oh, it's hard. The words, they change all the time, like get up, get down, get out. What is this get? It's driving me up the wall, meaning making me frustrated. The class chuckled. Maria raised her hand eagerly. I am here because English opens doors, meaning provides opportunities. In Brazil, I study biology, but all the best papers, they are in English. I want to read them, not wait for translation. But the pronunciation, it's a nightmare, meaning extremely difficult. Why is though and through so different? I mix them up and sound like a fool. Mrs. Kim nodded wisely, her glasses slipping down her nose. I learn for my grandchildren, she said in her soft, careful English. They live in America, and I visit soon. I want to talk, not just smile and nod. English is like a bridge to them, but the idioms. Last week, I tell my son it's raining cats and dogs, meaning raining heavily. And he laughed so hard he cried. I don't understand why animals fall from sky. Jacob smirked, crossing his arms. I need English for my job. I am engineer, and my company works with British clients. If I don't speak well, I'm out of the loop, meaning uninformed. But English grammar, it's a mess. In German, rules make sense. Here, it's like herding cats, meaning trying to control something chaotic. Why do you say I'm done but not I'm finished when they mean the same? Miss Harper smiled, jotting notes on the whiteboard. Great answers. English is tricky, isn't it? It's full of twists and turns, meaning unexpected changes. Let's talk about how you're learning it. Maria, what's your method? Maria grinned. Music. I listen to English songs, Beyoncé, Ed Sheeran. I sing along and pick up, meaning learn, new words. Sometimes I don't understand, like shape of you. Is it about geometry? But it's fun. I also watch movies with subtitles. It's like killing two birds with one stone, meaning achieving two things at once. Ahmed scratched his head. I learn from passengers. They talk. I listen. Sometimes I write words on my phone, like awesome or cool. But spelling. Why is enough not ENUF enough? I spell it wrong. And my daughter, she laugh at me. She say, Baba, you need to get with the program, meaning catch up with modern ways. Mrs. Kim held up her notebook proudly. I write everything, every day. I learn five words and use them in sentences. Like yesterday, hope. I write, I hope my English gets better. It's slow, but slow and steady wins the race, meaning consistent effort leads to success. My problem is listening. People talk so fast. I miss half the boat, meaning don't fully understand. Jacob shrugged. I use apps, Duolingo, grammar quizzes. It's like a game. But speaking, I freeze. My tongue feels like lead, meaning heavy and clumsy. In my head, I know the words, but they don't come out. And the British accent, schedule, becomes schedule. What is this madness? Miss Harper laughed. You're all doing brilliantly, even if it doesn't feel like it. English is a bit of a roller coaster, meaning an exciting but unpredictable experience. Now let's share some difficulties. What's the hardest part for you? Ahmed groaned. Phrasal verbs. They are everywhere. Pick up, drop off, run out. How do I know which one? Yesterday I tell passenger I drop off gas. But I mean I run out of gas. He look at me like I'm crazy. Maria giggled. For me it's tenses. In Portuguese we have fewer. Here it's present perfect, past perfect. I get tangled up, meaning confused. I say I have gone yesterday and my friend correct me. It's like walking on eggshells, meaning being very careful to get it right. Mrs. Kim adjusted her glasses. Articles. The, a, and. Why so many? In Korean, we don't use them. I say, I buy apple. And Miss Harper say, which apple? I don't know. All apples same to me. It's a tough nut to crack, meaning a difficult problem. Jacob tapped his pencil on the desk. Word order. In German, verb goes at end sometimes. Here, it's all over the place, meaning disorganized. I say, I coffee drink, and everyone stares. Also, silent letters. Knife. Island. Why write them if you don't say them? English is pulling my leg, meaning teasing me. The room erupted in laughter, the tension melting away, meaning disappearing. Miss Harper wrote English quirks on the board. Let's have some fun now. What's the strangest thing about English to you? Ahmed raised his hand. Spelling and sound don't match. Cuff, rough, though, they look same, sound different. I try to rhyme them, and my wife say, Ahmed, you're barking up the wrong tree, meaning making a mistake. Maria waved excitedly. Words with many meanings. Run. You run fast. You run a business. You run out of time. How do I guess? It's like English is playing hide and seek, meaning being elusive. And literally, people say, I am literally dying, but they are not dead. Mrs. Kim smiled shyly. I like proverbs, but they are funny. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, meaning don't assume success too soon. Why chickens? In Korea, we don't talk about chickens like this. And piece of cake, meaning something easy. I think it mean desert, not English test. Jacob leaned back, smirking. Plurals are wild. Ship is ship, but goose is geese. Why not mooses and oxen? Who says that? English is throwing curveballs, meaning surprising me, all the time. Miss Harper clapped her hands again. Fantastic. You've all noticed how English bends the rules, meaning breaks conventions. Let's try a little activity. Pair up and tell a short story using at least 3 idioms or phrasal verbs. Off you go, meaning start. Ahmed paired with Maria, while Mrs. Kim teamed up with Jacob. The room filled with chatter as they brainstormed. After a few minutes, Miss Harper called them back. Ahmed stood first, grinning. Okay, here's story. One day I pick up, meaning collect, passenger. He's late for plane, so I step on it, meaning go faster. He say, "You are saving my bacon," meaning rescuing me. We laugh, and I get big tip. Maria clapped. Our turn. A girl in Brazil want to learn English, but she keep putting it off, meaning delaying. One day, she bite the bullet, meaning decide to do something difficult, and join class. Now she is over the moon, meaning extremely happy with her progress. Mrs. Kim read from her notebook. My story is grandmother, me. I moved to America, but English hard. I feel like fish out of water, meaning uncomfortable. But I keep at it, meaning persist. And soon I chat with my grandchildren. It's worth it. Jacob finished with a grin. An engineer mess up project because he not speak English. Boss say, shape up or ship out, meaning improve or leave. He learn fast, turn over new leaf, meaning start fresh. And now he's top dog, meaning the best. Miss Harper beamed. Well done, everyone. You're all getting the hang of it, meaning becoming skilled. English might be a bumpy road, meaning a challenging journey, but you are sticking with it. What's one thing you love about learning it? Emmett said, it make me feel young again, like I'm starting over, meaning beginning anew. Maria added, it's exciting, like solving puzzle every day. Mrs. Kim smiled. It connect me to world. I am not alone. Jacob nodded. It's power. I talk, people listen. As the class ended, the room buzzed with energy. They were strangers once, brought together by a language full of quirks and challenges, but now they were a team, laughing at silent letters and wrestling with phrasal verbs, proving that every cloud has a silver lining, meaning there's something positive in every difficulty. English wasn't just words, it was their bridge, their ticket, their voice. And in room 12, it was alive. End of story. Did you enjoy the story? Let me know in the comments, and I'll bring you more fun stories in our next videos. Bye for now.